Yo, 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 it's your boy Nicky Duce, a.k.a. Mr. Get Right, a.k.a. Mr. Nicky Belafonte, and this is no disrespect. How y'all doing?
Nick.
What's happening, y'all? Swap in the building. Tell my baby I'm back in town. What's good with y'all?
Hi, guys. Zimani. And we have a special guest today. You want to introduce yourself?
What's up? This is Dovi, Vinci, you know, whatever you
Whatever you want
to call me.
Not to be less and less a guest. We trying to make this a team, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's not solidify people just yet, because we've been putting a lot of people on to say, yeah, let's make this a team.
Hey, it's a family shit. You feel me? If you cool with me, if you cool with you, they cool with me. You feel me? It's some family ties.
But if it's ass, they can't stay, man.
We will remove you. You feel me? You can get in the family and be removed. I got cousins been twice removed.
I don't think that's how it works. But
I do want to do another shout out to somebody. Michelle Williams, man. I heard what happened to her in terms of her checking herself in for...
What's a rehab?
No. She actually, for depression. It was taking over her really bad. And I'm glad that she took the initiative and realized that doing the same thing every single day will not bring you different results. And she went to go find some help, to go talk to somebody.
Oh, yeah, shout out to her. Shout out to anybody who is trying to take care of themselves mentally. You know, as far as black people, we don't do that a lot.
People underestimate their mental health and don't realize how much that can really have a toll and effect on you. So
No
that's
disrespect, but like, who is Michelle Williams?
Bruh, all
She's
right.
the lost Destiny Child.
She's not the lost one. She's the third one.
Now I feel bad. All right. Nah.
So you only care about celebrities?
I can see where the depression comes from.
You're scared, bro.
Nah, I feel bad for that, though, for real. Shout out Michelle, man. Prayers are with you, for sure.
Nah, but that's actually interesting. Like, do y'all really care about like rich people problems? Even though I'm not saying like we shouldn't care, but I'm just saying like most people, when you hear about that, they're like, oh.
When you say rich people problems, you talking about, are we still on the mental health topic? Or?
Yeah, I'm just saying like
It's hard.
whatever they going through.
It's hard for me to empathize with, rich people when some of their issues is like, oh, I got so much money and then everybody keeps asking me for it. Like, shit, nigga.
So I do want to talk about that specifically. So maybe you guys know this person. There's a person named Jeffree Star. He's on YouTube, and he's been around for a while, like since MySpace days. And pretty much there's a YouTube series going on about him right now, about his life. He has to be a billionaire. He makes so much money now. On top of doing the makeup, he's investing money in weed, all that stuff. The point I'm trying to make is that he's rich. And he was talking about in the series how, do I have the day-to-day problems of when am I going to pay my rent? No. I always have something to eat. I could pay for my family's bills. I have a roof over my head. I'm very blessed. But then he was also saying that obviously, the quote, more money, more problems is a real thing. And he doesn't like to talk about those problems because people are going to look at him and like, oh, what, you're complaining because you're rich? No, the issue is not that he's complaining because he's rich. He's complaining because what comes with that. So now if you're the rich friend, you're always the friend who's paying for the dinners. You're the friend who's always paying for everybody's travel expenses. You're the friend who's people are looking at you to take care of now their problems. And they don't want to do for themselves.
So anybody who benefits from that relationship, they're not a good friend.
Oh, yeah, but then obviously, and that's how you weed out the good from the bad, but then that can have a mental attack on you as well because, say, we've been friends for a couple of years, and if I stumble upon money and the only reason y'all mess with me now is because I'm rich, that just showed me that our friendship was never real from the beginning, and now you're just cutting off people left and right.
It depends on how much money
I was
you
about to say,
get.
how much money you talking about?
Because if you got a Billy somewhere and I'm just like, hey,
that's right, like,
don't ask me to cover a bill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But see, that shouldn't, in my eyes, I'm not rich, obviously, but in my eyes, it's like, just because I'm rich and I have it doesn't mean that, like, it always has to be on my tab. I don't know. I just feel like this is my money.
not gonna be
I
sending
work hard
packages
for
to
this
your
money.
house.
I'm ready to take it on. Like, for my small circle, they know if I make it, we all make it. We all
Right.
made
That's
it.
right.
But we're not talking about the small
But
circle.
when the other ones start trickling in, I'm not gonna have no problem with saying no.
Period.
Jeffrey was
Fuck
talking
no,
about
that's not gonna
even
get me
family
depressed.
who was coming up to him.
Family's
and
harder.
family included.
It's harder.
Family was coming
there's
up
some
to him
family who I know
talking
really
crazy.
rock with me. Like, there's some who's out of the picture. So it'd be odd to have them come in
Out of
just because
nowhere.
I got
But
money
they
and shit like
they
that.
gonna
I can
send
see
you
right through that.
They gonna
Right.
send you like an email, text message, phone call. They're gonna be like, hey, look, I see what you're doing. You're doing your big things out there, but I got this situation I'm going through.
Always.
This sounds like an issue of fame too, over money. Like if when I get my money, I might be dressing like a director,
I'm dressing like
laid back, like don't look like I got.
I'm dressing
bread.
like
Don't
Bill
ask me
Gates.
for shit. I don't
Driving
got
a
it.
Honda.
That's what I'm gonna look like. Right.
Facts.
I'm
I
just
mean,
like
I
Bill
feel like
Gates, Steve
it's
Jobs.
how you handle it though. Like it's certain ways to help people. I mean, you just don't let people drive you to your end. Like you can't let people make you go broke. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you got $1 billion, I'm not paying for lunch, bro. Like I'm not paying for my lunch.
But
bro.
we're talking in regards to the mental health aspect of it. It takes a toll on you because now you feel like I'm just the scapegoat for everybody.
I
Like
feel you.
What makes a good friend for that type of person then?
for that
Or
specific
what makes a
type
good
of person.
Other rich people?
What make a good friend?
Other rich
What makes a
facts,
good
though.
friend in general? What makes a good friend in general then?
Somebody who is compassionate in regards to your life as well as theirs.
Yeah.
Because I don't need a friend who doesn't take care of themselves. Because if you don't take care of themselves, how can you take care of me? I need you to take care of me emotionally. That's mainly what a friend does because they don't do anything for you physically, I hope.
Some
Some of my
friends
friends.
Some friends do. But
So they're there to be for you emotionally and spiritually is what I'm saying.
I mean,
So
it's even on you as the wealthy person to be a good friend and not enable certain people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a two-way street. Like you don't want to enable people, and then in turns that will help you mentally. Like you know what I mean? You won't be draining yourself trying to help. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Set the
yeah.
standard
I'm gonna
almost.
put you in position, bro, but I'm not about to, you know what I mean, pay your bills every month. But I'm gonna put you in position
give
to
you
pay
something
your
to kind of
bills.
help you out, and then from
if
there
you mess
figure it
up,
out. Yeah.
it's a wrap.
all right, so what about for like the middle class broke nigga? Like, what's a good friend to them?
The rich nigga.
Real talk. Or just a nigga who's at your same level, but like Imani said, they taking care of shit. Like I know I got in an awkward position though. When we moved out of Cincinnati, there was a few friends I had who it was like they hadn't moved. Like I know you all have friends who
In life, you mean?
in life who don't necessarily have the same ambitions as you. And that doesn't mean that you can't be friends with them or cool with them and shit like that. But at the same time, if I'm seeing like, all right, you might not have the same ambitions I do, but do you have your own version of ambition?
Are you doing something with yourself?
Right? Are you
Facts.
doing something? And when I started to see like they didn't, it kind of put me in an awkward situation. Like, all right, you're gonna keep hitting my line. I'm out of the city. Like, what am I gonna do for you at this point? Like,
Facts.
what are we gonna keep this going for if it's not gonna be like if I'm not able to motivate you to do something, if you're not able to motivate me to do something,
Right.
because I'm looking at you and I'm like, I'm not motivated. Like that's not.
That's never good.
It's like iron sharpens iron, not wood sharpens iron.
Stop.
Facts. Nah, real talk. And that's my
saying,
biggest.
you saying there's a lot of plankton niggas out here? Ain't that little boy from Ed and Eddie? Was it plankton?
Plank. It was plank.
Oh, it was just plank.
You talking about SpongeBob? Bro.
Yeah, my bad. Shit. Either one, they was both some low budget ass niggas.
But nah, that's my biggest pet peeve, bro. Is like somebody who just not doing shit. Like, bro, like do something. Like sell some weed or something, bro. Like you know what I'm saying?
We don't
like,
advocate drug dealing.
Yeah,
on
no,
this one.
I don't. But you
The
know,
views
that's,
of dough don't respect.
I mean, in some states,
but you know what I'm saying? Like, do something, bro. Like, get a fucking 32 pack of water and sell that shit at the stop. Like, do something.
Right.
That's
You
the-
feel me?
that's-
Like,
Don't just be in your house
that's
all day
actually
just
good.
sitting on
I
your
was doing the
ass.
math on that the other day.
nah, for real.
You said that's how these motherfucking convenience stores be getting over on you.
Exactly.
Charging $1.89 for a bottle of water. Where you can go to
Yeah.
K. Rogers and get that for
32?
about yeah.
$3. Nah, for real. For real.
But yeah, no, that is a good question though. Like, what is a good friend to you? Because I mean, a lot of times I feel like if the length you know somebody plays a big factor in that too.
Somebody who can you call family. They have to do something for you. You can let them into your house. Your mama likes them.
As you're a kid, it's easy. Like most of the people that we talk about, we've grown up with them in some way. Because I mean, we still young. We still like 25, 26. So it's like we've had like a long term relationship with our friends. But as an adult, like Swaf was saying, like when you have to let those childhood friends go, and you're trying to gravitate towards people who are like minded as you in the same area or age range. How do you make friends like that as an adult? Because I feel like it ain't the same like I used to.
That's
You
my
can't go-
biggest fear.
There's no adult sandbox you can go to.
That's
and be like,
real
That's
hey,
talk.
literally
can I
my
play with
biggest
you?
That's real
fear.
talk.
So like I was
Without-
thinking about this because I'm about to move down to Atlanta here in November, right? And I'm leaving a lot of the friends that I made in Cincinnati behind. So this is my second time in my life doing this. I left New York, had to leave my friends behind, leaving Cincinnati, now leaving my friends behind. The difference is I was in school both of those times. So you were in a community where you had to make friends with somebody. I never really had trouble making friends.
You got to
For
cheat
real.
off somebody.
Now that I'm an adult, I just realized what he said.
You're stupid.
Now that I'm an adult, I'm not in school anymore, and I just feel like I've never made like work friends. Like I've never hung out with people at my job outside of my job.
I'm the youngest.
Usually-
I'm the
I
youngest
usually
one.
stick to my job. Like that's one of my biggest issues. Is I didn't usually like making friends at work.
That's
Like,
what, I don't like that.
Come
Yeah,
to work, do my job, I
and
go.
I just want to leave.
If it's someone who's like in my age range and like we could have something to build off of, then I don't mind having a friendship outside of work. But for the most part, I like to keep it professional because it's like
I don't want to see them on Monday.
No, 'cause
Yeah,
I
you can't smoke with like.
Yeah, you can't.
Nigga, you was friends with everybody in your damn job. You had movie days.
No,
What
I
are you
was
talking
movie.
about?
There's a
days.
difference between being friends and there was difference
I
between.
couldn't come to some. I was like, oh, what you going to see? Let me slide with you. Oh, bro, I'm going with some work friends. I'm like,
But
damn, am I not?
That was when I had
cool
that was when I was
enough?
that was when I had a student worker job and we was all students. It was all the students together.
Definitely.
When I became
okay.
full-time position, it was like, nah, I can't. I can't smoke with Ted in the count. I mean, I can't have a. I can't.
Ted in the counter?
Yeah, I can't have a taco with Annalise in HR and then what I'm saying go back to work on Monday like ain't nothing different. Like it's not like people talk. Like if anything, work is the most gossipy place
Yeah,
out there.
because
So
they're
like,
bored.
I'm not trying
You're
to
bored
They
all
don't
day.
really know you.
And then
Right.
who really wants
So-
a work friend, bro? Like when you go to work, you're usually in a bad mood. Like when you got
Work
a
a
fake
work
smile. Hey, what's up, man?
You're not
Like,
your
you
full
act like-
self at work.
Exactly.
Well, that is true, but at the same time, my best jobs have been when I like the people I work with. Like, it's really
Right.
miserable if you don't even fuck with the people you work with.
Like,
That's when it's
and
terrible.
friendship is different. 'Cause
It
I
is
got
different.
friends I don't like, bro.
Like
but
you
that's
keep,
my family.
You keep the
know what I'm
conversation
saying?
real shallow and shit like
well,
that.
you have friends that you don't like.
No, you get what I'm saying. Like you have, like I got family members and friends that I consider family members that I don't like necessarily like anymore. But now it's so past that point is love. Now you get what I'm saying. Like it's not like what I mean. Like oh, it's my favorite person to be around. But now it's a bond. So it's like what I'm saying.
let 'em go.
Yeah, I gotta be around them. But I feel like when you become an adult, like. In the adult world, like get out of school and everything like that, I don't feel like you make friends anymore. I feel like you make all acquaintances, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you make all the.
I think my biggest fear right now is just that like you guys are gonna be my only friends, and I don't want to be up underneath your ass all the time. Like that is my thing. No, seriously, because
make me
like
cry.
stop, shut up. Because you don't want to be a clingy, needy friend. That's the thing too. Like you don't want every single day I'm hitting you guys up like, okay, so what are you doing? Like, can I come hang out? Because sometimes it's just like you just want to be with just the guys.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I can't be a part of everything. You know what I'm saying? But because y'all are my only friends, I feel scared that I'm gonna be a nuisance a little bit.
And to be honest, I was like that coming out of college too. Like I had that same thought. Like damn, like how am I gonna meet new people outside of people I knew and grew up with? But you just gotta let things happen naturally. I always feel like stuff just like you're in a situation because you were meant to be in it. So you meant to meet somebody. Like I don't see how people say like it's so hard. It's like just be you, and then eventually somebody's gonna gravitate towards that. Eventually, you
Your
wanna,
energy and
you
your-
know what
yeah.
I'm saying. Like it'll just happen. Like it's not like a formula how to get a friend. It's just like
Real
okay,
talk.
we vibe and we cool and stuff, and like you ain't on no BS. Like yeah, I'll rock with you. Like what's up? Let's go get some drinks. Let's go kick it. But as far as moody and needy friends, I can't be around you because like you know what I'm saying? We all got our own
You're a
shit to
moody
deal with.
friend. What are you talking about?
I'm not a moody friend. Bro.
Wow.
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 How am I moody, bro? Like,
Well,
wow.
you be in your
You can
moods,
hold
bro,
that
and I
one.
love that about you.
Is this an
because-
intervention, my nigga? Like, what's up? Why you gonna bring that out here like
You know
that?
what I'm saying?
Literally took a
I'm
shot,
saying
like-
all of a lot of my niggas is moody.
So does that mean you a moody nigga too?
I've been known to be moody, bro.
No, I'm saying you
known
are.
to
Don't be
be
saying
moody.
be known, nigga. You're known as a jackass. I'm saying like, you are moody as well. Like
But I'm moody. I'm needy. I can be needy. I can be
think about
needy.
that
Not
one?
so much to
not
friends.
around me because I
Not
it's
so
a
much
no.
to friends, but because I can definitely fly solo. Like when it comes to friends, but like if I have a close friendship, then yeah, I like to cultivate that shit. Like where you at, my nigga? Shit.
I understand. I would say I'm needy, but not in the sense of like, oh, I need money or like I need to constantly be around. I just need like, or constantly needs to be around you. I just need like emotional. I constantly need like emotional stimulation.
Like
support.
you ever had that friend who you I don't know, whatever situation it was, y'all hung out often. You feel me?
Yes.
And then maybe they went somewhere and y'all didn't hang out as often. You're like, damn, Where my nigga at? Like,
bro, that is me.
You talking about like
where the fuck you at?
You talking
bro?
about like when Buster left
that's
Arthur
a version of
and he
being
had
me, basically.
Bro, that is me,
Bruh.
bro.
And I say Moody in terms of
that
like,
tested their
as in-
friendship.
I say Moody.
I'm the disappearing friend, bro. That is my.
Oh, see, I can't take a disappearing act.
And it's not even on purpose, but like I will go ghost, bro, for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then come because I need to like recharge, bro. Like I feel like
I know what
I
you're
give
talking
away
about.
a lot of my energy
Yeah.
because I'm a loyal, I'm a real friend, so I really give you my all. Like you know what I'm saying? When I hang around, sometimes I just need like a few days, bro.
You never just want to be by yourself though.
All the time.
I'm a
for
Scorpio, so I'm like
All the
I spend
time.
a lot of time like by myself, and it's not weird. By myself, like in silence. Like when I come home from work, I don't turn on the TV. I don't play music. I just
me.
sit. Like I just sit and I just kind of relax.
you took that
in
J. Cole
silence.
I feel like
advice.
she be looking like Shannon Sharp.
Nah, real
Nah, she
real
took
talk,
that
though.
J. Cole advice and she just meditate.
Meditate.
But, nah,
But it's so refreshing because like, and I love being alone. I
for real.
love being by myself.
so my nigga, you ain't needy. Like you just
I'm
described.
that's
No,
what I'm
it's
saying. I
needy
don't
on your
need to
own
be
terms,
around
though.
people.
Oh.
I'm needy in the sense that like I need emotional support. So what do I mean by that? I just recently started a business. If y'all didn't support that, that would have hurt me. I'm emotionally.
Well, then you ain't built for this, baby. 'cause
Like, and
I'm
bruh,
emotionally a lot to handle.
Don't think I'm saying it in a bad way, like Moody. Like, have you ever been around a friend who's just always high energy, always in a good ass mood? And you're like, damn, my nigga.
Can you calm down?
Right. It's like I'm having a bad day, motherfucker. Like, can we talk about some shit
Yeah,
real
I
quick?
feel
Like.
you.
Sometimes I want to see that you human too, like,
Yeah, I feel
and that's person like that. I can build a rapport with that. But if you just always cheering, I actually do like being around those type of people. But
Positive
it's certain
people.
times,
At doses, like I
yeah,
hate
those
that
times
friend.
where it's like, damn, my nigga, like you are really
Yeah.
good, huh?
Like, bro, I'm trying to tell you,
Life's great.
I hate that friend that you can't just come to and vent, bro, and they just feel like they can fix every problem. Like, bro, I just came for you to listen
Right,
and say I'm right, bro. Oh no, you got to do this.
You ever
Right.
talk to somebody and try to
That's
vent?
something that I had to learn myself because that's what I thought people who go to friends for. Like they go for like
Solutions?
I watch too many sitcoms, so I think that's what they're supposed to do. Like you want to be someone.
You want to wrap it up nice and nice.
Yeah, you want to be like that old black lady that gives the advice to the young buck, like that type thing. But it's more about like some people. You have to read the room and just know when a person is really like. Usually when someone who's just going off and ranting and stuff, usually they're not looking for advice. They just got to get this out because otherwise they might do something crazy and then they're gonna be like. The next day you're gonna be like, damn, bro, you just bugging.
Shoot, you got a girl, you know
Oh,
what
you
it
said
is.
bugging?
Yeah.
That's how you learn that shit.
I mean, when I say bugging, I mean like somebody you.
I'm
can
just
do
saying,
something
where'd you get the
stupid.
New York slang from? That was
You
new.
heard?
I
That
told you
was new.
somebody said I sound East Coast or something.
heard?
No, but it's just like I think that you just gotta
You
read
wildin'.
the room. But I just don't like people who are always just like you don't like somebody who's always hype. I don't like someone who's always moody. Like
Well, sure, real
because
shit.
there's days
Facts.
where I'm happy and then you bring it down my mood.
Well, Moody is like the fluctuation. Like you in a mood this time, you may be in a different mood next time.
It doesn't matter what
it's
the
not
emotion
negative.
is.
I don't want it
Yeah.
to seem like it's negative, but you learn that shit from having a girl because I realize sometimes you just gotta sit and listen. Like there's not a they're not here.
Sometimes
for
it's
the
not a
response.
solution though.
Yeah, they're not a solution. Not here for a
And that
response. It's just here
frustrated me
to
at first.
speak it out loud.
That frustrated me at first because it was like, so if you're not looking for a solution,
Why you talking
why are you
about it?
talking to me?
Why you putting this
Just because
Yeah.
like I had a long day at work and it just has to come out. Like I have to say it to somebody. If you're the person I'm coming to home every single day, you're gonna be the first person to get
And
it.
that's what I did not like. I was like, can you talk to yourself? Like, you know, like I
Talk
told
to your
like,
friends. Like, nobody
Like here's a
wanna hear
picture of
that
me.
shit.
Here's a
Don't nobody
picture
wanna
of me.
Talk about it.
That's fucked up.
nah,
Set me as your screensaver.
I'm not saying like talk to yourself all the time. I'm just saying like there's some times where it's just like if you always are saying something negative to somebody, how does that energy you're giving off
I
affect
feel
them?
you. You
Like,
become like a dark cloud. Like
Yeah.
everybody hates that person that comes around. Like, oh,
Yeah.
woe is me. Like everything is fucked up.
I can
in my
relate to
life.
that. I'm in a situation like that right now with somebody, and it's just like,
It's hard.
not to say that I avoid phone calls and things like that, but every time like the person calls, it's kind of like a.
Real talk.
Look, I avoid them.
It sound like
talking
it
about?
sound like one of them calls you get from the prison hotline. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody
Nah, facts.
somebody in jail, they call you, they be like,
They
"Oh,
say,
bro."
do you accept these charges?
It's like, man.
I'm not gonna lie. If you're not like, if you're not my like close friend or family, you got one time to call me with an outrageous ass conversation, complaint, or request, bro, and you will never hear from me again, bro.
I can't.
Ever, bro. Real
can't.
talk.
You give them a short leash.
All right, so when you say never, like, is that how you cut a friend off? Like,
If I feel like your negativity outweighs like your positive in my life, it's a dub for you, bro. Like, especially if I feel like I can't be a positive influence to you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's cool to vent, bro, but like, don't vent every time you talk to me, bro. Like, I had a good day, and now I'm fucking thinking about you. Now I'm sad and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, yoga, do
to
something.
me,
It's
that's selfish.
Wait, selfish on who? So the person who's venting?
On my end? Or
The venting person.
That's selfish.
Because they're only, at that point, they're only thinking about themselves because, like, I need to get this off my chest and I need to, but, like, what about how is it going to make
to put this bag of shit somewhere.
Exactly. You hold this for me. You just gonna keep dumping shit on me, bro? Like, God.
I mean, is there like a right way to cut a friend off or to end a friendship?
Yeah,
Listen,
it's like breaking up.
Have
It's
to
like
hit a point.
It's like breaking up. There's no right way to break up with somebody. You just have to do it. Though.
I'm very cutthroat, though.
Right breakup.
There's no right breakup.
No, you might have right breakup.
You might have felt the way right.
Oh, yeah. that usually means you were in the wrong. If you felt right about
you might
it.
say, you know what? I'm done. Why are you with me?
Be like, you don't fuck with me, do you? Good. Well, I'm glad we're on the same page.
I'm not good at saying goodbye or like breaking up, so I just like, man, that's one thing I gotta mature with. Cause I'm like, I got an iPhone, bro, so I will block the fuck out of you, bro.
I do the same thing.
I don't block anybody.
That's just me, bro.
But here,
I don't block
then
them
the things
either,
that, like,
'cause
I'll
I
get
don't
like
want
my
them to go
last
around that.
punch word in first,
want them to think they
and
can
then
still
I'll
reach
block
me.
them. And I'm
While you're typing, like when I see the little bubbles pop up, that
Block.
you're typing, block.
I don't care.
I
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
want
over
to see
it.
that shit.
I'm over it.
So you see the little bubbles?
Nah, that's just doing too much. I feel like you don't have to text back. Like,
You gotta make it disrespectful. Turn on the read receipts.
But that's what I'm
and
saying,
let them know
like-
you read it and you're not responding.
Maybe we all need to mature.
That's petty. Like that's just
That's not
showing.
petty. That's just
showing that you
direct.
don't give a fuck.
That's transfer of energy, bro. That's how you walk away from a situation feeling
I've
like you won.
ended 2 friendships this year of
Damn.
people that I knew in college.
Somebody
only
who's
college.
needed, you cutting people off. You like being in dark rooms.
Listen, let me tell you something.
I need less of you, more of you.
Listen, let me tell you something. One thing I will never do is keep people around me that I don't need.
Talk about it.
Because
Damn.
I've
Facts.
seen my mother do that. Not to put you on the spot, Mom, but my mom is such a giving person. She gives, whatever you need, she gives. And it got to a point where she gave so much of herself to shitty people that now she's at a point in her life where she don't even want friends.
Nah, for
and
real.
you need friends. Like, it takes a village. So, like, when it comes to her emotional stuff, she doesn't really have anybody to kind of confide in. So I've seen that growing up, and, like, I don't need people. Like, not to make it sound like that, but, like, I will cut you off real quick if you show your colors. And the reason those friendships ended was because of bad communication. I'm at a point in my life where it's like, I want to talk things out. If there's an issue, let's talk about it. And this person was just not trying to talk about it. It was trying to be petty and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, well, it was a roommate situation. I was like, I'm about to move out of here and you'll never see me again.
Yes, it does.
But
That's it.
that's always, they always say never live with your friends though, and like because that always ruins the relationship.
No, it doesn't.
I mean,
I've lived with plenty of friends.
I know, but guys are different though, and that's what
I've
I was
lived with
thinking
Christine
about.
for 4 years and we're the bestest friends.
I don't think it's a gender thing.
I think it is. I'm not saying it's a gender thing, but I just think that socially it's different with men than it is with women. Like as far as friendships and how they interact and how
There are, now that I think about it, you might be honest on. There are a lot of women who always, I think 9 out of 10 women have had a bad roommate experience with one of their friends. Whereas males, it's like hit or miss.
No, I think 9 out of 10 times women have cut off a friend way more than men have cut off their friends.
But women have more friends than men, I feel like. To be honest,
people they consider their friends.
Yeah.
consider their friend. We got our like select group.
You were saying like acquaintances, like
Yeah.
there's a difference. Like
It's
I know
definitely
this
a
nigga. I'm
difference.
gonna dap him up when I see him.
yeah,
But I'm not.
I'm not going to drinks
I'm
with
not
you
checking in on you.
yeah. I'm not going. Yeah,
You can't get no money from me.
I'm not going. I'm not
You
going.
shouldn't even feel comfortable asking me for that.
bro. Yeah, that's a way to
Yeah,
get
I'm
blocked
not going
too.
to your girl baby shower. That's what it's like.
Stop.
That's what.
Nah, for real.
That's a real friend. Like you know what I'm saying. Like we went to Jet's baby shower and all that. That's
Real talk.
Men. You know what I'm saying. Men have certain bonds and stuff, and it's like we
I'm
can
about diapers
argue,
for
we
that
can
baby's
fight,
ass.
but like we still
Yeah.
brothers. But with women, I feel like there's certain arguments or like certain situations where it's like the relationship is over
Yeah,
after
it's
that.
a
Because you be
No.
taking it too far, man.
Emotional. Yeah.
Like, it's not even the emotional thing. It's like, okay,
Impersonal.
in my situation, I'm only talking about me because I feel like I'm not like females in certain aspects, and you guys can disagree with me if you want. That's fine.
I disagree.
So you are
But no, but
In regards to like how I handle my relationships, like, because my circle is smaller, I have a lot of good friends. Let me say that. Let me start by saying that the people I do have in my circle, I have great girlfriends. So that's why, to me, it's not even worth keeping around the bad ones. And in my roommate situation, I felt like she was being inconsiderate of me. And then to me, that just showed me your true colors of how you feel about me. And I don't have time. And I don't even be bothered.
That's interesting you say that. What were you about to say,
I
Nick?
was gonna ask, like, even though I was saying like men have different
He said
relationships,
I disagree.
even though
I disagree.
even though there's different relationships between men's relationships with their friends as far as like in each other's group, and women with their group, I still feel like women still, I think, have better overall relationship, more healthier relationships than men do. Because men, we bottle a lot of stuff up.
You guys don't talk about a lot of stuff.
I disagree. I feel like women talk about a lot of shit with each other, but they talk a lot of shit behind each other's backs too. You won't believe how many times I've heard women just.
Yeah, but what type of
niggas
friends
do the
is
same
Niggas do that
things,
shit
bro.
too, though.
Niggas will do the same shit, but it's not as in a. It's not like I'm judging your character. I'll probably more so talk about some dumb shit you did rather than some shit like I'm talking about you in general. It's like women. I've heard women vent about their friends in the point where I'm like, why are you friends with them? Yeah. I usually don't hear that from niggas. It's like, oh, that's fucked up. Like, damn, that nigga fucked up in that situation. Not more so like, why are you cool with that nigga in general?
Yeah. Because you keep complaining about the same thing.
Right.
It's an issue. Yeah, and you don't confront it.
With niggas, it's usually a one-off. Like, this nigga did this today.
Yeah.
He's not gonna do the same shit tomorrow, or the same shit next week, and you still venting about it.
Yeah, because if
you gonna dead it or you gonna address it.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, but I think overall, like, as far as their they communicate better than we do, though.
True.
Like they
very much
they can elaborate on their ideas, their feelings,
because we process our feelings a little differently. Like, you guys, okay, so what I'm trying to say, men will process their emotions, but if they feel like it's not worth the time of day to like address it, they're just not gonna address it. Whereas like females will. It bothers us. We're thinking about this shit at night before we go to sleep. I feel like men are a little better of like just kind of like shrugging your shoulders.
Like you deem more? I mean, women deem more things worthy of discussing.
Yes.
Than we do,
which is everything.
Right. We don't. It's like if I got a problem with how loud you are in the morning, I'm not gonna bring it up to you.
Yeah. Whereas a woman's gonna be like, you remember 2 mornings ago?
You woke me up kind of early, and I had to be at work at 9, and you woke me up at 7. I lost an hour of sleep.
You just did a telegram of what I just went through last week.
I said that because that's a true story. What I just told you.
And my thing is with that is just, I think as men we still have to get better at like. We have to get better at communicating because I think women. I don't
gotta tell you shit.
So are women better friends than men?
I would say if we're going over holistically, I would say that.
Why?
Because of the movie Girls Trip.
I can't.
You said women are better friends than men.
That was a real good friendship.
Women,
that's a good question.
When was the last time you seen like a guy friendship?
Y'all.
Us?
Right.
No, but I'm just talking about like, have you seen that outside of us?
No.
Like people who
like a
build
group
with each
of
other.
guys.
Yeah, like who build together, who can have fun together. And
I'm trying to think.
Like you don't see that.
I see pairs, but I don't see like a group.
I see a lot of women together. Like
that's true. Men's relationships be weak as hell, bro. Like men let anything come in between our relationship, and I think it's because we so prideful for real. We don't want to talk about it.
Well, because we not about to text a dude and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like it's just like,
"How you doing?"
Like we not checking.
Or like you hurt me the other day, bro.
Yeah,
when you,
exactly.
yeah.
It's like because
I will though. I'm that type.
But
of
see, those
nigga,
conversations are so important to have, not even for the sake of the friendship itself, but just for the sake of like your mental sanity. That shit is really bugging you. It's like you just gonna let that shit continue to bug you.
Exactly. Just like with that one video that was on Facebook that Courtney sent to us, or that she posted on Facebook.
Oh
about,
yes.
Those 2 baseball players who were like consoling each. One was like,
what was crying?
His head was in his lap and he was consoling him and stuff like
bro.
that.
That was
and
wild.
then people was like. Well, the rumor was that the guy he was consoling, mama died, but I think that was false.
So now it's suspect.
So now
that was false.
Yeah, it's no other.
Why is it gotta be suspect?
Then?
Even then, it was a stretch, bro.
It's suspect for me. Because it's at work. That's what because it was during a baseball game,
which means it has to be something traumatic for you to.
We don't know.
They said it was nothing.
We don't have to know what it is.
He said he was fine.
I feel like if you're gonna do that on national TV, we gotta know that.
They were literally cuddling, bro.
He got called out.
He was having
They
a
were
very
spooning.
emotional.
All right.
They were spooning.
I don't care what. I do care. I don't want to say like that.
It does matter what happened.
All right, but at the same time, bro, you could have got the worst news in the world, and I'm gonna console you. Like if you break down crying on me, I'm gonna console you, but I'm gonna maneuver you from my lap up to my shoulder, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to sit here and rub your head while you're like that was suspect to me, bro.
That was big goals. I'm not saying like there's nothing wrong with that. If that's their lifestyle, then if they happy, I'm happy.
What about the act of physical consoling? Do you?
Like, do you
everybody
like
needs
if
that
you're,
though, bro.
you're like your
Like a
friend,
hug?
like if Swab came up to you and was just like, "You having a bad day?" Give me a hug.
I'd be like, bro,
that's
get
wild.
the
Yeah,
get
that's
your
wild. That's
goddamn
wild. He
hands
cussed
off.
me out,
That's
bro.
wild. That's wild, bro.
Because, man,
That's wild. But if your family member just died and I see you crying, bro, yeah, I'm gonna put my arm around you.
Yeah,
I'ma
because
hug
that's.
you.
I mean, we don't. That's what I'm saying. When I read the story, I saw the video with no sound, no context. So I was like, bro, this is weird. Like, why are they doing this at a baseball game? Like, it's a professional baseball.
It was
game.
wild, bro.
But then when I saw that rumor, it was like, oh, his mama died. I'm like, okay, that's crazy that he found that out just then. Then when I heard it's false, I'm like, hold on, what the hell was going on?
And then the fact that he
It's
went.
a baseball. My only thing is, it's a baseball
Exactly.
game. And it's on national TV.
He
But
went
that's
out
what
of
I'm
his-
saying. It has to be something. You're at work.
You're hoping that it is.
Did you
big.
see the
saying
statement
words
though?
like that.
Did you see the statement that he made? Like he went out of his way to let people know, like, nah, I'm fine. Like my mother didn't pass away. This, that, and the third. Like I'm good. Thanks for checking on me. So it's like,
did he have a
now-
heat stroke?
I don't know what it is. So it's like now you like clear it up. Then like, so what was going on, bro?
He doesn't
Like,
want to say it. He doesn't have to. It's your business,
Yeah,
my
it's his
dude.
life.
We know
It's
what
his
it
life.
is.
I'm
No,
just
it's our
saying,
This is
like,
your
now.
life.
we know exactly what it is.
No, stop. But that's what I'm saying. Like, girls do that, and that's not a big
that's what I'm
thing.
saying.
We do,
Girls,
bro.
girls will hug each other and they be like, "Come here," like all that.
Well, there's more gay girls.
Exactly, and girls are.
They don't mean they gay, bro.
I didn't say that.
I
I'm
can't.
just making that statement.
It just an
the
analysis.
And not to, but it's
Correlation,
more
who knows?
acceptable to be honest for women to do that type of stuff. Like,
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm
and
saying.
I mean, like, I don't want to sound ignorant, but
No, I
most,
mean,
like,
you are right
real
because
way-
we do a lot of stuff. I was just talking about this the other day. How, like, for example, like me and my old roommate, we would be able to like walk around the house naked with each other, and like nothing would
See,
be like
that's
suspect.
wild.
that's too.
Guys
that's
don't
too
do that.
opening for women. It's
That's
like, what's
crazy.
going on?
No, I mean,
You
but they
complain
can do
if
that,
Willie's
though.
robe is open, like
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't even like him wearing the robe. Period.
Yeah, that
Because that
kind of
shows that
creeps
he's
me out too. I
comfortable.
don't.
Yeah.
And then he be trying to get in debates. I'm like, nah, nigga, you too animated to be getting in debate in a robe. He be like, hey,
What? He stretches his arm out.
He be reaching his arms all wide, talking about, well, then brushing it back. I'm like, bro,
Like,
go
let's
to your
talk about
room.
this later, bro.
Right, I'll be like, text me, nigga, I'm going. I gotta go somewhere.
You're a little
Don't
too
you have
comfortable.
somewhere that you need to be dressed for? Like, why are you
Right, don't you work tomorrow or the day after something? Prepare for that.
coming at you in this dark brown Cookie Monster robe? Like,
Notorious
so that makes
robe.
y'all feel uncomfortable. We don't.
yeah,
we
because
don't
you
care
just
about
too
Y'all
that.
be cool with
exposed.
that.
It's too exposed.
Yeah, that's wild.
We don't care about that type of stuff.
That's
But
wild.
in terms of that, I would say that women are better friends than men, just because like
Nah, y'all.
Do y'all have have you ever had a long distance friendship?
yeah,
got-
I have plenty right now. All my
Now that
New
we
York
left
friends.
Cincinnati, yeah, I got long distance friendships for sure.
Atlanta to Cincinnati ain't that long though.
That's long distance.
I'd
What are you
li-
talking about, bro?
Cincinnati to New York is long, and I'm still maintaining friendships through like things like trips. Obviously, trying to do an annual trip. The group chat is always helpful because you could just throw little things here and there. It keeps you in contact, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's at a place in their life right now where everybody's like on the grind, whether you're starting your own business or we don't talk every single day. But that's how I know I got real friends because like I don't have to talk to them every
that's a
single
real
day.
friend.
You know, like, and I just when we catch up. Like that's
That's a real
it. Because
friend.
everybody's on the same shit. You know what I'm saying? All my friends got degrees. All educated women, they're beautiful, they're in their relationships and stuff like that, and they're just doing their thing. I don't have to talk to you every single day to maintain a friendship with
I
you.
feel like as you get older, your friendships become more and more distant, like especially location wise.
Worse if you have a family, you got kids
Right,
and all that
then
shit.
it comes into play like time and actually seeing them and speaking with them, like contact wise. It's just more so like, what foundation did y'all have? All right, you're gonna have to base the rest of this shit on that foundation.
Yeah,
It makes
we
me
done
miss the
been through some
days.
things, yeah.
Right.
It makes me miss the days where like we all lived in the same state and we all used to be
Yeah,
able to
for
do
sure.
stuff and go out. But like now that everybody went to college in different states,
Yeah.
got their degrees. Some people went back home, some people didn't. So like we're kind of just all over the place now.
It was crazy though. Who was I having a conversation with? Basically, they was making new friends in their new city, right? But they still had their day ones from back in hometown. So they didn't talk to their day ones as much, but they just knew shit. You know, they known them for that long type shit.
Okay.
But the friends they were with in the city, like, she was like, they know me as who I am right now better than my friends do back at home because
They're every day with you.
yeah, they're here every day. They've seen, who I am today and yet last week and who I
Right.
have
So
been
would-
since I moved
as I'm
here.
growing,
So
yeah.
would you
Who's
say
the better
like,
friend?
So yeah,
Ooh.
so with taking that relationship, if it's that hard to maintain that you can understand how long term or like long distance relationships as far as like
Relationship as in spouse now?
yeah,
Is that what you're
spouse
talking
now,
about?
like you can see how hard that could be. That's why dudes be having side chicks like in the other cities and stuff like
Don't say
that.
I mean,
Don't say that.
hey man,
Niggas be having side chicks when they live with their
relationships are like gardens. They need hoes to grow.
You stupid. But no, like
Nah, for real.
that like
It's hard.
for long distance, can they work? Relationships in general?
It can work, but not permanently.
Yeah, not long periods of time. I don't feel like.
That's hard.
There's some people
Not
who's
permanently.
That's
married
hard.
and be having long distance relationships.
Right.
See, but
think if-
like that kind of like
Defeats the purpose for you.
kind of. What I'm saying is that if you guys are like working towards something, like I know a couple who like one was living in Canada, another one was living in LA. They had the means to go see each other back and forth. The only reason they didn't move to the same state is because she had a business in Canada and he had a business in LA.
What is it? Tim Hortons? Because that's the only reason why her business had to be popular.
Tim Hortons.
How long have they been together?
I want to say about 5-6 years, and
How
now
long have they
they're
been
getting
like-
married. So now she's moving down to LA.
Okay.
So when I say not permanent, I'm talking in regards to the fact of at some point we have to come together.
Facts.
There's no way you're living your entire life. I've never seen that. I don't know if you guys have any
No,
examples.
I'm just
of,
saying like. So what's the time limit on the long term then?
depends on the relationship.
Do you?
I think there's a finite. I think if you are anything past a year, that's
Oh,
when
it's a
things get
dub.
dicey. It
It's
gets
over
dicey
with.
after that.
It's over with.
Wait, if
Do
you've been doing long distance, what?
do you
Long
feel
term for a
like
full year, like you started, like let's say you started back in August. What's today? August 5th.
Fifth.
So August 5th,
Uh-huh.
of next year?
2018, and you still in long term by August 5th of 2019.
It's a wrap.
So yeah, that's
That's literally-
After that date, it gets.
so that's
tricky.
coming from
That's
somebody who
literally me.
obviously hasn't been in a long distance relationship.
I've been in
Right,
Dude,
because
I've been in a long
that's
distance
me right now.
Do you
You know what I'm
feel
saying? For a
like-
year, you haven't. Clearly.
You know, I have not for a year.
Yes.
Do you feel like
There's a reason why.
cheating is more acceptable in a long distance relationship?
No, I'll beat your ass.
But I'm saying
When you
like,
see me.
not
Right.
like not speaking like personal to your
while you're-
personal
while you're
situation,
being
but
honest,
like
you understand where
in
they're
the
coming
overall
from.
Look,
Oh.
like,
Wait, say it again.
all right. Do you see?
You can understand it more.
Yeah, can you understand somebody cheating in a long distance relationship more than you can when they like live in the same state as you?
I understand it, but what I'm saying is like, obviously we both made the decision to be in a long distance relationship. If you knew you couldn't handle that shit, just
But
end
sometimes
it.
you
What if
don't
we
know.
didn't
Sometimes
know
you
we
don't
couldn't
know.
handle it?
Sometimes you think you can.
What if like what if a woman convinces a man like we can still do this even though you never been in it before, and you could say like let's just try it out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like
And that's fair. Give it a chance.
And then if it don't work out, then you like your comeback can't be like, oh well, you just didn't.
It's not like you got to see him around. Shit. I feel like it makes it easier. Breakups are easier long distance.
Facts.
For sure easier long distance because when you wipe the hands, you can really just wipe them out of your
You
life.
talking about you just call it a FaceTime and be like done like
Not
that?
even. You could do a simple text like done.
Oh, you were not text message break. Oh no.
Let's just be
I
honest.
mean, it depends on how we end.
I feel like long distance relationships, you're already like 15% broken up. And it's like you have to like be strong to like, you know what I mean?
To deal with that.
To withhold, you know what I mean? To stay strong and
to
get
get-
back
This
You
together.
gotta
goes
hold out
back
for the get back
to
together.
So same thing with like your friends. It goes back to the foundation. If your foundation was weak from the beginning, and then for some reason you got put in a situation where you had to be long distance,
Yeah, it's a dub.
it's falling apart. Maybe not immediately, but as somewhere along down the line, it's gonna fall apart. So you have to have the base.
So then like you have to have certain rules and like conversations
Yes.
to make it work. So like what if the rule like a conversational rule would be like when y'all meet up at least once a year or like throughout that process that y'all check each other's phones. You know what I'm saying?
I personally, so I
That would end a lot of
I am
relationships
currently
flat
in a
out.
long distance relationship, and me personally, I do not check his phone, just because I feel like I don't have a reason to.
But what if you feel like what if you think you have a reason? Like what if you ever get a, not to say you will, I'm just saying like what if you ever
Oh, if I ever had like a speculation,
yeah.
I'll check it. I mean,
You
I feel like
from
I'm
New York, you
obligated.
gonna check his phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it because I feel like
That goes to Doe's point though. It's like 15%, like 5% in. Like all right,
just because
you always gonna find something that you're looking for.
my thing is like
Always.
Okay, so in my I don't have.
Find dirt. They say that. They say that, and it's true.
But my thing is
You
like
might find them in a
girls are
Cookie
really
Monster
good.
road.
And are you allowed to have,
Exposed.
Girls are really good with intuition, right? So like I just said just now, I don't have a reason to check the phone. That's why I don't check it. But if out of nowhere, just something in my gut is telling me like, bro, something ain't right. Something had to make me feel that way. I personally, I'm not a crazy bitch. Something made me feel
Don't
that
all
way.
crazy bitches
Well,
say
here's
that.
here's where that gets a little.
Disrespect.
Here's where that gets a little sticky because I came up in a household of women, and I've seen their growth to the points where there was innocent girls to the point where they went into their little savage phase, to the point where they was looking to settle down, be good women.
The stages
So
of
I've
life.
seen them all. I've seen us throughout all the stages. So I see what women are capable up and down.
Oh yeah.
So
Evil.
off
Evil
rip,
creatures.
I know a lot of my relationships I hate to admit it, but I had like trust issues, period. Like I don't really like when it comes down to it, I don't know if I can really like trust you. But at the end of the day, I learned like you can't worry about that shit or it's gonna drive you crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's innocent until proven
You never
guilty
know what somebody
type
else
shit.
doing is when they leave your
Right.
eyesight.
So
You
I'm
know?
not gonna worry about that shit. But to say I trust it at the same time,
But that could be even in the same city. You know what I'm saying? She goes off to work. You don't know she doing that 8 hours when she at work, and then she come back home. You know, like it doesn't matter.
It might
like,
not be healthy, but in my mind, I feel like the only way to succeed, like in a relationship like that, is to already put it in your mind like that they cheated on you, bro. I mean, because to be honest, let's be real, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it also goes to your definition of cheating. Like, it's having a friend
Everybody's
cheating,
definition
it's
is
texting
different.
cheating. Because I feel like it's a fact that every female has that one guy that's a friend in their book that's waiting. Like, you know what I mean? In the bushes, like, as soon as her relationship is a wrap, or as soon as she cried at me, I'm coming over there and I'm hitting that. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Like, you know what I mean? And in my mind, that's cheating. To be honest, you feel me?
That's your definition of cheating.
so you saying every woman's cheating?
Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, to be honest, like,
Because you saying that she ain't stupid, she noticed.
Yeah, you know, like, ain't no, come on, bro. And what history has a female had a friend that's a dude, unless he's like gay, that wouldn't hit given the opportunity?
Real talk.
Period.
That's fucked up too.
I think it depends.
Now,
I don't know about that. I can't say like a blanket statement that all guys want to. Like if you
don't gotta say all guys.
If your girl.
One guy. Do you think one guy that your girl is friends with would hit if given the opportunity?
Yes, but I mean
That's what I'm
just
saying.
that's going off of numbers though. Of course you can say it's
you
more than
you
one
wanna
guy.
disprove it by saying all guys don't.
I'm just saying like, but you
It don't
have
gotta
to.
be.
The whole point of you being in a relationship is based off of some type of leap of faith, trust. So like you have to just be like you was just saying like sometimes you just can't even think about it because you'll go crazy because then you'll say don't talk to nobody.
Right.
Outside
You have to know
your
what you're
family.
getting yourself into as well, though, because like obviously the person I'm dating is doing business with y'all, right? So I understand that on a day-to-day basis. There's gonna be a lot of business interactions going on. Y'all meeting people every single day, going out to meetings, doing stuff, and then me as the significant other has to like understand certain relationships that are being made.
That's why that conversation is key because you got to be like, baby girl, like there's gonna be sometimes I come home late and like smelling like whatever. That don't mean
You shouldn't smell like nothing.
Said I'm gonna be smelling like pussy. What? Trust me.
It's gonna be like that.
Do you
Trust me.
believe in me?
Trust me, it's not what you think it is.
Hey, look, and to add on that, I just feel like me personally, and this might not be a healthy way of thinking, but that's why in the beginning of a relationship I always cheat, bro. Because look, my biggest fear, my biggest fear is being faithful to a girl for a long time and then finding out that she been playing me the whole time, bro. Like that would kill me, bro. That would take me out. So at least you could fall back on shit.
So you
at least
can't
I
handle.
fuck such and
so,
such.
All right, I'm gonna say this to you. So you can't handle cheating, so you cheat. So what if your girl had the same mentality?
They do. That's how I feel.
They
in
do.
my mind, I feel like they do,
But
bro.
I'm saying, what if she didn't? Then what are you just cheating for? What?
Hey man.
For no reason.
Hey man.
Fucking shit up for no reason.
Cost the war, man.
I mean, shit.
We talk about love, I think.
That's why they say women cheat more than men.
No, I think women get away with cheating more than men. I don't think
We're
they
smarter.
cheat more than men.
Like,
See?
okay, we're smarter because, like, okay, for example, look at the Kevin Hart scandal. My nigga, you know that you are a comedic rock star, as you like to call yourself. Why would you be that lackadaisical
You
about
just
it?
out here riding
you just
around
out
with
here,
random cooch. Yeah, that's
and you thought you was gonna get caught? Like, come on, like, guys are not as smart in terms of being strategic.
Because when you got something to bust off, like your mind goes in the dumbest areas possible.
real,
like
bro.
you don't be thinking until after you bust off. Then you
That's
like,
facts.
oh shit, damn, there was a camera back there.
I didn't even take her phone.
Exactly, bro.
I have
He didn't take
literally
a phone
made
or nothing,
Some
like-
of my dumbest decisions in pursuit of pussy, bro. to
Exactly.
be
That's
honest.
That's why every guy, who gets older and tries to give advice to young dudes, is like, bruh, like forget that. Like go
Yeah.
chase, like go
Right.
be goal oriented, gory oriented. Oh shit, I can't talk.
Goal oriented.
Yes, thank you.
Success in everything else but chasing pussy brings you pussy. So if you get success chasing money, pussy's gonna come.
But that's easy.
You get success in your
That's a t-shirt.
Before
talk.
before a nigga who ain't got none, that's hard to think. It's like,
Or for
I
a
see
nigga
it
who
right
gets
here.
some all the time, it's
Yeah.
like, bro, what you mean? I'm getting pussy right now.
And I'm getting money. What if you heard? What if somebody said,
What
I'm
you
getting
talking
money in? What if he got a stack in his hand? He got a.
Pussy in the other hand.
I'm getting both. Money.
Which one are you choosing?
I gotta see how big that stack is.
So do long distance relationships work?
No.
I'm in a working one right now.
I can't talk.
To be decided.
your knowledge.
TBD.
To your knowledge. you're in a work.
I left the relationship because it was going to be because I've tried long distance before.
And how'd it go?
It wasn't for a year
Obviously
long.
not.
It was like for like a few months, and it didn't work out because after a while, like you can't just be like phone conversations get old. This is right before FaceTime.
Was the effort being made to see each other though?
The effort was made, but it was you could tell like it diluted a lot because like at first it was a lot, then it got slower because of this and that, and then at the end of the day, if I'm not seeing you and I'm not in your presence, and if you don't really are putting effort and time and forth to make this work, you could kind of feel it in the tea leaves. Like you be like, all right, things you don't sounds the same. You don't. I could tell that you really. It's coming off of like I'm annoying you a little bit. Like so, it's just like I'm cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will say this, right? As someone who's actively working in that position right now, I say that it can work, but there's exceptions, all right? First of all, you need to have a goal, right? So like I said, I don't think you can be in a long distance relationship forever.
Yeah, just winging it.
I can't be y'all title.
So if somebody's going to school and you're working towards that goal, or somebody's chasing a dream and doing that goal, all right, that's the goal. And then once that goal is met, we'll come back together. Next thing, a very long conversation has to be had before the actual long distance part. So like, what are we about to do in this time that we're apart? Like, what is the plan? Am I going to come see you? You going to come see me? Are we going to try to talk every single night? Are we going to try and work on it? Like, what are we doing? How is your finances looking? If you can't financially upkeep a long distance relationship, do not get in one, because that shit is expensive. I'm telling you, it's expensive.
And we ain't talking about
as fuck.
We ain't talking about Cincinnati. Like we ain't talking about going from like
dating to Cincy.
Yeah, like dating.
No, yeah, we're talking hours.
Like OTR to Woodlawn. Like nah, we ain't talking about going to Riverdale and Chamblee. Like we like it's.
We're
talking real long distance. Like you might have to drive or catch a flight.
One of the biggest rifts though, at the same time, which you should add in there is y'all got to decide what it means to be in that relationship. Like, I think a lot of times niggas be like, oh yeah, like Doe was saying, like texting another nigga, having an emotional bond with a nigga is cheating. Y'all gotta talk about like what y'all consider cheating, because a lot of women will do shit.
These are conversations that need to be had. Yes.
Be like, no, we're just friends. Yeah. Nah, man, you two are invested in each other at this point.
Exactly.
I think with women, it's like they define cheating as like you confiding in like emotionally involved with someone. I think women don't really care about the sex part. I mean, it's the sex part is the act.
Yeah.
Like,
I know what you're saying.
But it's like it's like because for men it's like it's all about
more
the sex.
hurtful.
We don't give a damn what y'all talking about. We're like y'all bumped uglies.
It's more hurtful for women to hear that your man was having an issue with something and they went to a coworker at their job who's a female, opposed to coming to me first. Like, why do you feel like you can't say that shit to me? What am I doing?
In that case, I never cheated.
What if your coworker's a female deacon?
All right, tell me something. Can your girl have a best friend who's a male and straight?
Can she? Yes.
I'm saying, in your book.
In my book,
like, are you vouching like, yeah, go hang out with Mark?
No,
hang out with Jared. Go hang out with Mark.
Go hang out with
Jared. Let me tell you something, bro.
Go hang out with Jared.
Hell no, bro. If you my girl,
go hang out with Kendall.
You don't have no male friends, bro. That's
You're her only friend,
bro. Yes, I'm your friend. I'm all of that shit, bro. Like, nah, you're not about to be
long distance though.
With,
long distance. What if there's
long distance?
What if there's a dude holding it down and like? And once he's gone, you gonna hear all that. You be like, damn, bro, I didn't even know you was dealing with all this. Where he at?
Chances is that dude that was holding it down was
like,
putting it down was fucking period, bro. Cause I feel like girls don't confide in niggas like that unless they feeling them for real, bro. Like unless they're gay or they feeling them.
Sometimes we'll like, okay, so like sometimes.
She about to give out the secrets.
Every girl that has came to me and told me their relationship problems, that's quote unquote my friend, I hit that.
I was about to say,
no, but I'm
saying
sometimes
I haven't always hit, but I've had a chance to. I was like, oh, I could really,
yeah, you can
make a move right now.
See the move, like
I exploit
every
weaknesses,
dude can see the move, but
sometimes
it's like a good dude don't do the move.
Is trying to hit
and
though.
obviously Doe ain't a good dude. Obviously.
Sometimes you don't even know the dude is trying to hit though. Like,
no, you know.
Can your man have a girl? Can your man have a best friend who's a girl?
If it was a long-term friend, like if y'all were friends before me, who am I to come in and infiltrate that relationship?
Yeah, I agree with that.
But if a new bitch just pop up, like, yeah, we hanging out, we getting lunch every single day. Who is she? Like, why all of a sudden now? And
why are you making friends?
So
like
old
that?
fuck buddies are cool, but just not new fuck buddies.
That's true. But my thing is like, you talking about something you don't know when dude's trying to hit. How you gonna have intuition on the check the nigga phone, but you can't clearly see what a nigga say, looking at you, gazing in your eyes, and saying like, "What's up?"
Tell me what's up.
I'm just saying,
My
I
girls-
have a guy
how do you
best friend
fuck
like
up?
that, and he's not.
All right, bro.
Right,
And what
listen.
you do with that guy? Have y'all ever been in the same bed together and not have bumped uglies and whatnot?
Never.
I guarantee you,
Ever.
if you told him to pull up,
Never even touched inappropriately.
I was
He's
about to
pulling
say,
up.
If you took, I didn't want to be this motherfucking
Go ahead.
explicit, but
It's no disrespect.
it doesn't really matter. Look, at the end of the day, if you were to get butt ass naked and jump in that bed with him, he's following suit.
facts. He's not gonna be like, "Oh, our friendship," and what about
He's
your,
like, "Are
your
you-
man?" Like,
He
You're a
probably,
man.
he probably ain't even gonna ask, "Are you sure?" That's a courteous question. That's a
ain't even-
courtesy.
Yeah, he gonna get consent. That's all he's worried about. Like, is she really trying to do this? If she is,
And a
then-
moan is
then
consent.
it's- yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's consent.
wow.
He said, Can't
Y'all
take
foul.
bro.
We giving her horrible advice.
Terrible.
No, don't got no nigga friends.
Like the long distance thing is like, I mean, it's just it's rocky, and I don't want to talk about it like that because you in it and you in it, but at the same time, it's just like,
You gotta be real.
It's one night away, bro, from being over. Like, it's one good looking dude or good looking woman away from being over with, bro.
To me, what I'm trying to say though is that
I've
can
thought about that
happen
before, like,
even if we
damn.
in the same city.
but it's less likely. I feel like, you know
Yeah,
what I
'cause you
mean?
spend
If you
the
with
time.
a
There's more
stupid
you
ass
can
nigga,
do.
you just with a stupid ass nigga though.
I
So
feel
it don't
you.
even matter.
Nah,
He
I
could
feel
be in your bed. I've seen, obviously you've seen this before.
Yeah.
Niggas going home to their women every single night and still in between that finding time to just
Facts.
dog her, and vice versa. I'm not only making it one gender thing.
So would you? So if you, oh damn, I don't even want to ask you. All right, I'm gonna ask the table. So if your girl or your guy was cheating, but you never found out, would you be cool with that?
I have no choice to
I mean,
be.
I would have
you
found
have no
out.
choice to
No, I'm just saying, like, you find out like on your deathbed, or like you find out long term, like if y'all break up, you find out long term time after that.
No, I'm not cool with that. I'm not. At
Sound
all.
going-
Not even a little bit.
If I'm on my deathbed, I'm like, all right, whatever.
It's
I mean,
gonna
we
hurt
got,
me,
we got
but-
to this point.
All
So.
right.
That's why you got to get that
Yeah.
first cheat in, bro. So
I'm gonna get that one last, like, all right, bitch.
That's your last
Drop
words.
dead. You.
He gonna,
just got-
his last words gonna be you. And he-
Mine's gonna be. That's why I cheated on you too. That's you always got to keep
Don't
that
go-
ace in the
don't-
pocket.
don't
I would've
go
been like,
keep
duh,
cheating.
weren't- I thought that was the
You
agreement.
didn't think
Fuck
I
you
was?
Dog gonna keep cheating until this deathbed and say like, all right, that's why I cheated too.
She gonna be like, I was faithful to you the whole time. Really?
You were.
You were?
he gonna confess and pull her plug.
Nah, for real.
Yeah,
She gonna be like, that is so sweet of you.
Y'all niggas stupid.
Guys, do what works for you in your relationship.
yeah, be
Just
better than us.
Have
Don't-
trust.
Think
And listen,
good thoughts.
talk a lot. You have to talk as much as you don't want to. If you have an issue with communicating with somebody, you have to figure that
Don't
shit
be in a
out
relationship unless you really are willing to like give your all to it.
because it takes a lot.
It takes your all. It's not 50-50, it's 100-100, you know?
Right.
Mhm.
So like unless you're really trying to do that,
Facts.
don't do it.
And get
just
that
be
first
honest,
fucking.
and be honest. And if you just try to bump
First
uglies,
cheat.
then tell you just I want to have a bump uglies relationship.
And
If you
sometimes
cheat early, you don't feel like cheating again later?
I mean, not necessarily.
That's a cheater, bro.
No, you trying to set the pattern, nigga.
You just a cheater. You just try to bullshit your way like, oh,
we are all cheaters, bro.
All
That
right,
is
well,
nobody sitting at this table that has not cheated in a relationship
you cheated before?
ever.
ever.
Well,
I've
probably in
never
your
cheated in
eyes,
a
but
relationship.
if you like say
Ask
the
that
worst thing
person.
you've done, they probably be like, no, that's cheating to me.
But as I'm saying, I have these conversations with my significant. I'm just talking about this person. I have these conversations. I know the limits, and I've just never been that type of person, bro. That shit doesn't interest me. Like what interests me is like
You don't
being
say-
with
you ain't
somebody
say
for a
that till
long
you meet
time,
somebody
having
who
kids, having a
interests
family, because I've never seen that around me.
Look, give it
I've never
time.
seen my mom married. I've never seen shut up. I've never seen anybody in my family experience true love, so I want that for myself.
And-
so
and
I'm not
A
interested in
hot
that.
take: could relationships be overrated? People
I was
been
about to
sitting on
say,
single
I've
lives for a long
seen a
time.
perfect and happily ever after relationship.
Uh-huh.
And I've seen a single life, and I still would probably.
It's
nah.
alright.
It's like nah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the relationships, especially the ones that I'm in, and everybody at this table.
He said the ones that I am in.
No, I'm talking about like the relationship. I'm talking about because this whole thing was about relationships.
Oh, yeah,
in
okay,
general,
friendships
like, the
stuff.
relationships in general, the ones out like friendships.
I got
spousal.
you.
Y'all trying to get me?
He
caught
got a
up.
side bitch. Let's just get it out there. Side.
Hell no, y'all getting me caught up. I'm gonna end
She
it
don't
on
even
that
listen to
note.
this anyway. Your side bitch do.
Good night, everybody.
All right.
Please
you
drive
can follow
safe.
Us at
Buckle up.
You can follow me at WESISI number 11. Though you want to
follow me DOE.VINCI at Da Vinci.
Da Vinci. I like that name.
Swaff in the building. SWAFF. I'll at me on all platforms. Consistency.
Go on our Facebook page and no disrespect. Please talk to us. Give us topics if you guys are interested in anything. We're always down to listen, and we want to get your hot takes. Absolutely. And you guys,
What
be safe.
you at, Imani?
At Kerrcooks, KERRKOOKS. I will not give out my personal Instagram no more. Don't ask me.
All right, so
Shout out to Kevin Hart though.
Yeah, and if you want to get into touch with Imani's personal account, you can listen to past episodes.
Right.
But
That's no point though. She's not a cheater.
Yeah, she ain't cheating though. But yeah, that's us for this week. So yeah, next week we're probably gonna have some good shit to talk about. There's a lot of music that came out. We gotta review that shit too.
Another good review?
Another one.
Yay!
I don't know what we got to do to get Kevin Hart playing at the end of this, but do it.
We're gonna get some sound effects, guys. We got you.
That's all we can do, bro. Because we don't have copyrights.
Exactly. Who knows the words all the way? That's the only one. That's what I got.
That's all we need. And that's us for this week. Thank you.
Somebody.
Bye.